listener and the family, I don't like to say fan, the listener and the fans of the show, let you guys know about up-and-coming rappers. And 2 rappers I've had the pleasure of playing their music on the show and had the pleasure of telling you people about are Pittsburgh rapper Jimmy Wapo and Florida rapper XXXTentacion. I'm here today, sadly, to say that both those gentlemen in their respective areas were gunned down on June 18th. They both were. Now, oddly enough, we're just going to call him X. X had started to rise to prominence. He had a record that was a top 10 urban Billboard when it dropped. He did do some time in jail. He had some charges pending, but none of that has to do with his murder. And he definitely was on the incline, and there are a lot of fans that he affected. And I just want to take this moment to just say rest in peace to X and Jimmy Wapo. And I just got to say, young people, we have to do better. Okay? We gotta do better. Like, the answer can't always be the gun. The answer can't always be taking another life. And for whatever the reason these gentlemen lost their lives, listen, media, because a lot of people in media have really been tearing these gentlemen down. Media, let's be very respectful of these gentlemen's families, their children, their mothers, their wives, just people that love them. Let's be very respectful. And rest in peace to my man X, and rest in peace to Jimmy Wapo. All right? All right. Now, today is no different than any other day right here on the Ridin Durty Show. Got to say one time to WRFG 89.3 FM. Also got to say one time for BeatBreakRadioFM.com. You can always check those radio stations out to hear the radio replays of all our great interviews. Also check out the streaming networks like Spreaker, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, YouTube, anywhere that streams. You can just type in the words Ridin Durty Radio and boom, will pop up at your very, very convenience. Gotta say one time for our sponsor, Dr. Juice Cleanse. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleansers that promise to do all kind of great things for your body, like help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days, like removes toxins out of your body, like slow down the aging process and relieve stress. I'm not going to get too much into Dr. Juice Cleanse because I want you guys to visit drjuicecleanse.com for yourself. Find out about the product, find out what it can do for you, and start supporting independent business and start living healthier. All right, it's just that easy. Again, today is June the 20th. Yesterday was Juneteenth, June 19th. Hopefully you guys celebrated. Me and my wife, we had a cookout. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, then you need to Google it. It's Emancipation Proclamation Day. It was the actual day that the slaves were told they were free. All right? Google it. Y'all like to cook out for Cinco de Mayo? Y'all like to cook out for the 4th of July? Well, I need to see y'all ass cooking out for Juneteenth next year. All right? Okay. June the 20th is today. Gotta say happy birthday to former bad boy rapper, my man Loon. He turns 43 years old today. Also gotta say happy birthday to Mr. Shake It Like a Red Nose. My man Sage the Gemini, turns 26 years old today. Gotta say happy birthday to R&B legend, as well as as well as judge, one of the judges on the this year's American Idol. My man Lionel Richie, former Motown great. Lionel Richie turns 69 years old today. Man, I'm telling you, I hope I can look as good as Lionel Richie when I'm 59. But happy birthday to my man Lionel Richie. He turns 69 years old today. Also gotta say happy birthday to man, a very, very dope female of Film C right here in Atlanta. She goes by the name of Omeretta the Great. She turns 22 years old today. If y'all get a chance, definitely check out some of her music if you like to hear things from a female perspective. And last but not least, gotta say happy birthday to gospel artist Kiara Sheard. She turns 31 years old today. Now on to my Facebook family and friends. Y'all know I always gotta shout them out. First and foremost, I gotta say happy birthday to my man Danny Pascal, form of the group Fatback. Also, man, if you want a good, strong, stiff drink, make sure y'all visit my man Danny Pascal over at Motorheads in McDonough, Georgia. But again, happy birthday to my man Danny Pascal. Today is his birthday, so happy birthday to him. Gotta say happy birthday to who else we got here? Gotta say happy birthday to my man DJ Froggy. Man, definitely dope DJ. Definitely been doing his thing for a long time. Happy birthday to my man DJ Froggy. And last but not least, I gotta say happy birthday to another independent MC, definitely out of my city. Gotta say happy birthday to my man Emmanuel E. Bless, representing my hometown. Definitely been doing his thing for a while. But gotta say happy birthday to my man E. Bless. Alright, man, it's just that, just like that. If you like what we do, if you want to hear your birthday shout out, definitely hit me up. Just shoot me an email, bigvicxl@gmail.com, or hit me up on any of my social media, and that's at Ridin Durty Radio, Instagram or Twitter, and I'll definitely get your birthday shouted out. And I'm going to skip news because I got a guest on, and she's really got some profound things to say. My news is, again, rest in peace to my man Tentacion X, because I can never say his name, and my man Jimmy Wapo. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with no further ado, because you know I like to run my mouth, and more than I like to run my mouth, I like to hear people tell me their stories. And today is no different than any other than the fact that I'm kind of in a blue mood because I'm feeling kind of down. But hopefully she's going to lift my spirits. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got to welcome to the Ridin Durty Show author, publisher, founder, female definitely doing her thing, Miss Goldyn P.Smith. How you doing today, ma'am?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I just can't shake this death of these deaths in hip hop over the past 48 hours. But other than that, I'm doing great and I'm blessed to be alive.
Amen.
And how are you doing this?
Better myself. I'm doing okay. First of all, just let me say condolences to all of the fans and the family and of those young men. I never knew how to pronounce Extension's name. I always say it wrong, so I apologize. But I saw some disturbing stuff online, which made me take a break from social media for a couple of days because, the sensitivity that's needed for that situation, I just didn't see a lot of it, so I had to log out. So I'm okay, but I'm really concerned about society at this point, just on a lot of things. So
yeah.
I need to take a break. So I'm okay.
You know what? I'm going to be very honest. The death definitely got me in a certain space because I became a follower of his movement because he was going through some situations. And I'm going to be very honest, like, his fan base is so diehard. It's almost like when he was incarcerated for the period of time he was incarcerated, his fan base made him bigger, and he basically walked out into a major deal. And that was just on the strength of his fans. And I just thought that was amazing.
Wow.
for people to get behind a gentleman who had absolutely no radio play at the time. I just thought that was amazing. But, and I definitely agree because he did have some issues, some legal issues. But I think a lot of the media have been extremely insensitive about his death because regardless of his legal issues, I just don't think anyone deserves that.
Right. That's true. I agree. It's just, you know what, we all have our crosses to bear, like my grandmama used to tell me. And, nobody's a saint. But the things that I saw were disturbing was, like, people were wishing that it was other rappers who died instead and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, wait a minute. Like, I just needed to take a break. I read an article, I read on Twitter that people were so concerned about getting footage of the scene that nobody offered help. Nobody tried to call 911. Nobody offered any assistance. Nobody bothered to check to see, if, what was going on with him or if he was still breathing. So it was just really disheartening, just to read a lot of the stuff that had been reported. And I just need a break between that and the stuff that's going on with the children that are being detained. It's just too much going on. So,
yeah.
But yeah. I'm here and I'm happy and I'm blessed. So,
and and you're 100% right because there's a lot going on. Happy day after Juneteenth. I gotta wish you that.
Same to you.
Got to wish
Absolutely.
you that. Okay, So look,
we needed that.
We definitely needed that, and you know, I'm gonna be very honest. My wife is Hispanic, so I am part Mexican, and I definitely celebrate Cinco de Mayo with the best of them. But me and my wife also rocked out for Juneteenth yesterday, and I need more of our people. I need more of our people to get it in on Juneteenth.
I agree. If it's Wakanda forever, then it needs to be, you know, we need to celebrate our holiday that belongs to us. So that's how I feel on that.
Okay.
Many people might not agree, but that's how I feel. So.
Hey man, I agree,
that's
and
how I feel about that.
I agree, and it's me and you talking. So right now it don't even matter.
Okay.
All right, so look.
I got you.
Because I like to do these candid things, and it's just me and you, and we're just going to have a candid conversation. I just want to talk about Miss Goldyn P.Smith. I definitely want to talk about Exposure Magazine, but I also want to talk about the book. So let's get it in. The first thing I do want to know is where you're from, and where did that entrepreneurial spirit come from?
Well, I was born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia. And people always say, you are? And I'm like, yeah, I was born here, raised in Zone 3 off of Metropolitan, the old Zone 3, now Zone 4. So I grew up when Club Nicky was around, when the Purple Onion was around. Metropolitan did not look as clean and nice as it does now. And so I'm born and raised. I went to Washington High, you know, so it's just like, I'm Atlanta. I'm true to Atlanta all day and always. So, and what got me interested in entrepreneurship was my mom divorced my dad, and she was a homemaker, and she decided that she wanted to go into business for herself. So she started event planning business, and she did weddings and all types of stuff. And she was a seamstress, so she just was a hustler. And so that's what I grew up watching that, and I grew up watching so many strong women in my life hustle. So that's all I know.
All right. When did you create Exposure Magazine, and why did you create it?
So I created Exposure Magazine in 2009 because I was interning at a local hip-hop radio station here, which was 97.5 at the time, and then transitioned to 107.9. But at the time, I was interning with Chris Lover and Poon Daddy, which became Cocoa Brothers. Which became Cocoa Brothers show, Cocoa Brothers Home Team, baby. And I started networking and meeting a lot of people. And I'm like, I want to do something with these contacts, but I don't have a journalism degree. I love to write and I love to tell stories, and I'm a storyteller. So I was like, I don't want to do a blog, so what do I want to do? So I got some really, really good information from Hannah Kane over at Grand Hustle, who told me, you know, if I didn't want to start a blog, to go ahead and just start a publication. She was like, it doesn't have to be a blog. And so I'm like, okay, so let me research everything. So I got into a car accident, sitting at home, not doing anything, watching Oprah crying every day. And I'm like, let me just start researching what I need to do in order to get this magazine off the ground. And I took $60. I went on Craigslist. I found an ad for $60 for the software I needed. Went to Decatur, met the guy, put the CD in the computer, made sure the software worked, and I came home and I taught myself how to design a layout. And the rest is history.
How long did it actually take you how long did it take you how to figure out how to design?
It took me about, because I was sitting at home not doing anything every day and just being like depressed because I was looking for jobs and stuff, I just really put my focus and energy into it. So it took me about 3 weeks, because with Adobe, not many people know, but Adobe has YouTube videos and online classes that they offer to their users that teaches them the tools and the tricks of how to design your magazine layout, different images you can use, things like that. And so I was sitting at home and I'm like, okay, I can't do anything but like learn. And so I started applying those little tricks or whatever. And I met a guy who was a publishing agent at the time, and he became my publishing coach, and he would coach me along the way. And that was like, my first issue was a tribute to Michael Jackson because he had just passed away in June. And I released the first issue in September 2009.
Man, that is dope. Who was on the cover? Who was on the cover of the first issue, and how long did it take you to prepare, do all the articles, get your ass? How long was it from the time the pen hit the paper first to the time the publication came out?
So I started gathering stories and just like researching all the stuff that was going on in the world at that time. And like the world was still reeling from Michael Jackson's death because everybody was like so looking forward to his tour and, you know, all of that. So I made Michael Jackson the cover because I was like, at this point in time, I have to stay relevant with what the discussion is. And I made him the cover. My first issue, I didn't have any advertisers. So I just did content, and I was like, you know, this is what's going on in fashion. This is what's going on with, you know, in the automobile industry. Here's the latest, you know, things about the cars and everything that's going on with there, and with financial news. And so I just basically wanted to make a magazine I wanted to read, and I wanted it to all be in one. I love Black Enterprise. I love Forbes. I love Ebony. I love Essence. And I love Vogue. So I'm like, if I take all of those together and make a magazine, what would it look like? So that was my inspiration, was like taking little things from each one of those and what I loved about those magazines and just create my own.
All right.
But my first advertisers came after my first issue. But yeah, that's how it started.
Just roundabout, because I don't want to be all in your pockets. I know you said the initial investment, your initial investment, but what was the investment in getting that first issue out?
So the investment, the $60 was for the software, and I hate to say this publicly, but it was off of Craigslist, so it was like the software itself. It wasn't like a trial version of the software. It was the actual copy of the software for Adobe, and then like I think probably like $200 more, maybe. So I think it took about $300 to get everything I needed, because I needed the website, I needed, you know, different avenues to publish, you know, publish it on different digital platforms. So I had to pay for like the trial for that. So that was like $19.99 to do it on issue.com, which I'm still on issue.com, but I've signed a distribution deal with another distributor. So now I'm with Maxter primarily. So it took about $60 for the software, about $200 for everything else, like licensing and all that kind of stuff, and making sure I had all my business together, all my business in. So it took about $300 total. Okay.
What made you do digital as opposed to print?
I got some advice from my attorney. My attorney who represented me in my car accident was basically just, we were having different conversations. I was tossing an idea back and forth with him about, you know, I wanted to see it on the newsstand. And he was like, everything's going digital. You know, so print is dead, print is dying. At that time, my mom was working at HAC. They had started to downsize because printing costs and everything, where ink and all that stuff were starting to skyrocket. And they decided to do layoffs and all that stuff. And so it was just a turning point where a lot of the magazines were folding. And my attorney at the time, he was like, make it digital. That way it's low overhead costs. You don't have a lot of money. It takes money to print. So just keep it digital, build your audience. And then at that point, if you want to decide to print, you can. And so that's what I did.
Okay, I think that's dope, though. Your attorney was doing double duty, trying to secure the bag and give you some great advice.
Yes, absolutely. He's wonderful, and he's older now. He's retired, but like I just celebrated. We can celebrate the 9-year anniversary in September, and like I still send him issues and everything. He's still proud, and so we feel good. So we all good.
All right. So you have an issue. You have the 9-year issue coming out in September, correct?
Yes, it'll be 9 years in September.
All right. Who's going to be on the cover of that issue?
Being that I just released the summer issue last week, I'm taking a break right now before I make a decision. Sometimes, most of the time, I hand select and I hand pick who I want the cover story to be. For my anniversary issues, I have a couple of A-list actresses that I'm in talks with now in order to cover the magazine. So I don't have anything definite yet, but we're talking to some A-list, you know, women of color to try to see who we can get for the cover of the magazine.
Okay.
So we're working on it.
That's definitely.
So I'm not ready to make an announcement yet, but I will.
That's definitely dope. Definitely dope. My last question about the magazine, because I want to talk about this book and definitely some things going on with women. Okay. How can, like, do you write all the articles yourself, or do you have a staff? And how can someone get in touch with you if they're interested in being part of your staff, interning, or just, helping out Exposure Magazine?
Okay, so at this moment, I had to downsize. I did have a team, and my team consists of 11 different writers all over the globe. So what happened was, the way we built my international audience was that I had writers in every, in basically every part of the world. I had a writer in Japan. I had one in Dubai. I had one in Ireland. Things like that. And so that's what grew the audience for Exposure internationally. And then I had to downsize because I lost my funding. All of this has been self-funded. So it was basically me hustling, making sure I kept a job and, kept my savings together and all of that. So right now it's back to only me. I design every page you see. I write everything you see. Or if I don't write it, I have submissions, which I accept submissions all the time. You can email me at gps@exposure365.com. And I'm always accepting submissions and looking for great writers because I'm tired of doing it on my own. And I'm ready for some help and some real full-time help, paid, don't have to worry about any issues. So now I'm ready to move forward with building the team. So I'm always open to submissions, and I got like 5 submissions yesterday for people wanting to pitch me different stories and stuff. So I'm always open to it, and I always respond to everybody.
All right. That's definitely what's up. So everybody checking out the show, whether you're checking it out live or checking out any of the replays, again, tell them the email address.
It's GPS, like your GPS system, at Exposure, which is xposure365.com. And the website is xposure365.com, and on my social media is Exposure Magazine. So feel free to reach out. I respond to everybody. I ain't bougie or stuck up. You can approach me. I'm good.
All right. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about disruptive. 7 keys for working women experiencing hostile environments. And before you say this, before you say one thing, because I work too. Matter of fact, I have a couple jobs, and I'm old. But on one of my jobs, something is going on like this. I don't want to say because my job watches the show, but let's get into this. Women working in a hostile environment. The book Disruptive. Let's talk. Give these women some tips.
So, just a little background on me and why I decided to write the book. For the last 4 years, I've been working I'm a paralegal. So I've been working in the legal community in Atlanta for over 7 years. And I became employed with a firm with friends of mine, or people that I thought were friends, who needed some assistance in the office. And my best friend at the time was employed with them as well. So, being that I knew them or whatever, I never thought I'd be in this position of facing them in court. Right now, I'm in litigation. I've been in litigation with my former employer since 2014. And now I'm in the 11th Circuit Court of Appeal, and I'm doing it on my own. I fired my attorney, and I took on my case and started doing my case myself. I don't have a degree. I don't have any degree. I'm a college dropout. So the reason why I wanted to write the book, and I share my Time's Up story on my own podcast, because I wanted to give women tips and tools that they need to consider if they decide to speak out. So with that being said,
90 seconds.
One thing I want to make sure women know is to document whatever they have going on at the job. And with me, in my personal experience, the only thing that saved me and the only reason why I have been so successful in my court litigation with my former employers is because I recorded things that happened in the office. It was audio recording. So those were meetings. There were a lot of things, racial jokes, things that happened, sexual harassment.
60 seconds.
And the breaking point was a sexual assault occurred of a coworker that I witnessed, and I spoke up about it. And when I chose to speak up about it, trust me, it wasn't easy. I made the decision. I struggled with it, not only because, I feared losing my job, but I had already been threatened that I would not be able to work as a paralegal in the city of Atlanta again if I pushed the issue any further. So
wow.
I understand, and I've been there. I've been there where women are struggling and struggle with the fact of, do they speak up or do they endure it and just try to find another job, or what they need to do. The other thing I talk about in my book is human resources is not there to protect you. They're there to protect the company. And as long as you go into any work situation with that in mind, you won't be disappointed or heartbroken by whatever response you get from the human resources department. Because most of the time when you go to the human resources department and you verify with them what issue you're having, or you file a grievance with them and what you're experiencing, it causes tension and it causes an issue. And you want it to be on record, so of course you think you're doing the right thing by approaching human resources. But there are other ways to protect yourself as a woman in a hostile environment. And main thing is documenting things that you go through, things that you experience, and just making the decision on whether or not you're in it for a long fight, because you just need to be prepared mentally, emotionally for what happens after you decide to speak up.
All right.
So, that's what Disruptive is all about.
Okay. Sexual harassment. You have sexual harassment and you have sexual assault, which both occur on the workplace. Is sexual harassment considered a crime or just a violation that could result in termination?
It depends on what the sexual harassment is. Sometimes sexual harassment can turn into sexual assault when it's unwanted touching, when it's like when you grab people. In my case, and what I witnessed, a coworker was grabbed by one of the attorneys I worked for, and then as a result, she was grabbed again by the second attorney that we worked for. So sexual harassment could be anything from jokes to emails to sending pictures to, just anything that you wouldn't say to your mom or you wouldn't want said to your wife. If she was in that circumstance, just think about that and think about how that makes a woman feel. So that could be considered sexual harassment. It turns into sexual assault when physical interactions come into play and it's unwanted, or sexual assault can also lead up and be considered as, rape. So it all depends on the degree and how severe it is. So it can range. It can be a range.
All right. What would be the steps you would advise a woman to take if they were sexually harassed on the job?
So the first thing I would do, and what we decided to do, was immediately when it happened, we knew it was wrong. Everybody in the whole situation and everybody that witnessed it knew it was wrong. So the first thing that I would advise is what we did, which was we left the location where it took place, because it wasn't at our office, it was off-site at a restaurant. So her and I left the premises, and at that point we decided, and we talked about what we needed to do next. So when you find yourself in that position, it's important to keep your emotions and your stuff and everything in control, just because you don't want to end up in jail. And that's where that's almost the level it went to with us. And so when you experience harassment, I advise you to just get somewhere, get away from the situation, compose yourself, and then start to document it while it's fresh on your head. That's even with using a notepad in your phone, or just, making an email to yourself. Document what happened. Document the date and the time, so that at that point you have it on record, because emotions come into play and everything else can come into play, and you can forget certain important details. And from that point, talk it over with somebody that does not work for you to figure out what you need to do. Most of the statistics now are that people don't report sexual harassment or assault or any other, hostile behavior at work, is because they don't feel like they talk to anybody about it. And that's why a lot of that goes underreported. So figure out and just come up with a plan. You definitely need to document it, and you definitely need to have just have it in your mind what steps you want to take. If you want to take it to the HR department and the human resources department, then go ahead and do that. And then I would say don't have a verbal conversation with HR. My advice would be to send an email, just so you can have a record of what you said, as well as HR, because I've seen it where HR will flip a verbal conversation and use it against you. So you have to protect yourself at all times. That would be my advice.
Okay. So look, because we done ran out of time. Man, you need 2 episodes.
Sorry.
No, this is what I need you to do. First, again, let them know how and where to check out or download Exposure Magazine. But secondly and most importantly, let them know how to get disruptive.
Okay. Website Exposure Magazine would be xposure365.com, which is X as in Xavier, POSURE365.com. And for the disruptive book and to learn more about my journey and my process, you can go to the GoldynStandard.com, which is the Goldyn, which is GOLDYN standard.com.
All right, Miss Goldyn.
That's it.
Miss Goldyn, tell me that website one more time. I want to tag it.
Okay. Okay. So the is Exposure 365, and then for the book itself for disruptive is the GoldynStandard.com, which is GOLDYN standard.com.
All right, Miss Goldyn, I definitely appreciate you coming on the show. I'm definitely going to be getting in contact with you about, hey, man, you might need an intern for your team over at Exposure. And
yeah,
I definitely appreciate you coming on. And I want to talk to you again because as, the whole Me Too movement is going on, and there are a lot of women, I'm sure, that need to know more information on how to handle themselves in a hostile work environment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm here and I'm available. Email me, reach out to me. I'm available to talk to anyone who needs assistance.
All right. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too. Thank you for having me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Miss Goldyn P.Smith, founder, publisher of Exposure Magazine, as well as author of Disruptive, 7 Keys for Working Women Experiencing Hostile Environments. It's your boy, Vic XL. We got to get Miss Goldyn back on the show, man. She's dope. Very, very dope. Very, very dope. But you know what? I got to get up out of here because it's only a 30-minute show, and I'm already at 36. So, I got to get up out of here. It's your boy, Vic XL. Y'all do me one favor if you don't do anything else, and that's love each other. All right, till the next episode, keep riding dirty. Yow.